Chapter 1.31 Neon, Cyberpunk, Eternal Rain. John woke to the sharp stench of dampness and something burnt. His head throbbed, and his mouth tasted of metal. He tried to move, but his body ached as if he had slept on stones. He opened his eyes. Above him loomed a low, cracked ceiling laced with grimy pipes. A dim bulb flickered overhead, casting long, twitching shadows. The air was heavy, saturated with the smell of cheap synthetic alcohol, sweat, and something else John couldn't identify, but that filled him with instinctive revulsion. He lay on something hard, like an old, sagging mattress covered with a filthy blanket. Next to him, on a similar mattress, lay Lilith. Her platinum hair was disheveled, and a streak of soot marked her cheek. She groaned and opened her eyes. Where are we?" John rasped, trying to sit up. Lilith rose slowly, scanning the room. It was a tiny hovel. One wall was coated in peeling paint, another in rusting metal. In the corner stood a rickety table with a couple of empty bottles and a grimy mug. Nearby was an old, broken terminal, its screen shattered. "Home," Lilith said, her voice hoarse, stripped of its usual cynical intonation. She wiped the soot from her face with her hand. "My home." She walked to the only window, covered in a grimy film, and pulled it aside. A deafening roar spilled in from outside. Neon signs, bright and aggressive, cut through the eternal gloom. Rain drummed against filthy streets, the puddles mirroring the neon glow. Holographic billboards flickered, showing smiling faces that looked grotesquely fake. "Welcome to Neo Shanghai," Lilith said, her gaze empty. "My world, the world I thought I'd left behind." John tried to find the typewriter. It was nowhere. He tried to feel his link to the narrative, his ability to write. Nothing. Emptiness. He was just John, a man, in a filthy room. His stomach twisted with hunger. The cold bit into his bones. What do we do?" John asked, his voice trembling. Lilith turned to him. There was no meta-awareness in her eyes, no philosophical detachment, only exhaustion and pragmatism. "Survive," she said, "like everyone else." At that moment a sharp knock struck the door, 3 short, 1 long. Lilith flinched. She looked at John, and in her eyes flashed something that resembled fear. "Looks like we've got company," she whispered, "and they're not the kind who show up with burritos."